Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and as I said, I'm going to do a flip through of an album I recently finished. Now, I kind of forgot, I guess, that I had to finish this one. I only had maybe 2 layouts to do. Usually when I'm done with an album, I go ahead and put it in the living room, and I leave the ones that are not finished in the craft room. And so I was like, why do I still have this album in the craft room? I went through it. Oh, I only need 2 layouts done. And so I finished those and it's done. And if you know, this is Open Book by Maggie Holmes. So this album is pretty old. This is one of the first ones I bought when I got back into scrapbooking. I thought it was beautiful, and this is when also I first discovered Maggie Holmes because I realized I like her design. No, this is not a shabby chic channel. I just really like this rug. It's from Simply Shabby Chic from Target. This is the year 2012, 2013, 2014. And so there's going to be a lot of older collections here. Older items are probably not in stores anymore, but I'm still going to point out what I'm using. And this is also a chatty video because, like I've said before in my other album flip throughs, you are pretty much seeing my life in printed form. So there's a lot of stories and chatting and personal details. Okay, so this is the first page, and this is actually continuing on from when we get back from our honeymoon. So this is April 2012, already married. The weekend we came back from our honeymoon, and it happened to be Easter weekend, and we were at church there in our Easter best. And then over here is August. Now I did have these switch so we can go in order the way you read, but for some reason I had to switch them. I think it had to do with the back. This is using Gather collection. This is my first time using resin. I love this card. I think it came out so cute. That's Dear Lizzie, when Marshalls used to have like an end of the aisle section where they used to sell a lot of crafty stuff. Do y'all remember that? Then over here is Gather, and I just love the pop of blue, and this is just Married Life. And look, so I didn't have vellum at the time, and I used parchment paper. It does not work. It won't stick for nothing. I tried so many glues, so finally I just stapled it. That was a lesson learned. It took me forever to finish that card. So the next thing here is just a 6x12 insert. We're in June now, and my little niece makes her debut. I wasn't able to be there for that, but thank goodness for Skype. This looks like Gather, but that isn't. I think I fussy cut that out of some sort of baby collection, I think. Over here is some Heidi Swap, and this was my birthday. And then over here is using Simple Stories, but these are from K&Co, old, very old, from Marshalls. And look, I bought that shirt for my niece from Etsy. It's personalized with an E for Emma, so cute. Then on the other side, more Simple Stories, except for this. This is a card that obviously I had to make, and that was definitely inspired by Seuss Fish to just use up 3 sets of alphas to give it a wonky look on purpose, and to finish out words, especially when you're towards the end of your alphas, mix match them and stuff. So that worked out. This is when The Hobbit came out. 2012. I was thrilled because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Then here we are on Christmas. I don't have any Christmas things, and so I went to Tuesday morning, and I was so shocked and went kind of crazy because I saw paper pads for $1.99, $2.99. And you know, before Tuesday morning, it was just Hobby Lobby for me, and the most you got was 50% off their own brand or 40% off the American Crafts brand, right? So really you would pay for a 6x4 paper pad, 3 something. So to get a paper pad for $3 or $2 was like, what? And so I bought all the Christmas paper pads. And then a lot of this is also just from my stash. And then this is one that I have to finish that I didn't know that I had to finish because I already cut out the papers. As you know, I only scrap Christmas. during December or the end of November, so I'll just have to wait to do that one. Over here, I used up some Bow Bunny cards here to do a kind of like what was trending on Instagram. Here was my house decor. This candle, do y'all remember this candle? Mahogany teakwood from Bath and Body. It smells like an Abercrombie store to me. And it was so popular, that candle. Here we just went to see some light baking, and then when I had an Etsy shop, a client left me a nice review. I used to sell wedding cake toppers. And then in the back, using more of the Bow Bunny, very vintagey. Here is a cracker wrapper that I found in my mom's blazer, a sports coat. So she passed away in 2005, and this was in 2012 when I reached into the pocket. It was during service. I reached into the pocket and I pulled out this wrapper. I didn't even know what it was, and I just kind of lost it. I just started tearing up, just having a moment of missing my mom very much. Remember when the naked palettes were so popular? My husband gifted me that, and then this was just a Facebook status of Christmas Eve. Over here we have some more Heidi Swap February. Here I put some washi to remind myself that there are more photos here, and this is just of us getting ordained. My niece, who's now 11, and look, so tiny. I was also seeing how I can use up a sticker book that is actually for gifts that I got at Home Goods. And then again, more of that Heidi Swap here. This is one of my favorite layouts of the year, 2013. This is our first anniversary. I just like the colors. It's so springy. I love that teal with the light pinks and the yellow. Such a pretty color scheme. Yeah. This vellum tag I got from the Target dollar spot. No, I can't find any crafty at the Target dollar spot. It's all gone by the time I get it, or maybe they're just not coming out with that much. Over here is actually, I made my own spring kit. And so there's a lot of mix collections here and brands. So right here, this is Pebbles. This is Dear Lizzie. We have some Maggie Holmes. Is that Amy Tan? This is for my silhouette that I cut out. Heidi Swap. Using up my stash, and this layout is about my dad proposing to my now stepmom. Caught her by surprise. She was vacuuming, volunteering, cleaning at the church. And actually I didn't take this photo. My cousin Michelle took this photo, so credit to her for taking that, because I obviously wasn't there. I'm in Oklahoma and that was in Texas. Then over here is a scrap lift from a hip kit designer. I think it's Ashley. Yeah, I just kind of love this paper, and I wanted to follow the design of Sunburst is what they call it. And I also was able to use up some resin pieces from Hobby Lobby, and then some fussy cutting here. And I kind of wanted to do a dual tone with just black and white, but towards the end I decided to add in some pops of mint. Then we jump into summer. This is June, and I'm trying to use up some of my Project Life summery collections. Same thing for the back. And we did youth group at our church then, and so there's a lot of photos of that because the summer was all about that. If you notice, whenever there's a flip up, I use stickers of the same shape to create a tab. That's a great way to use up your stickers if you don't have tabs already made or punched out. And then over here, I was trying to use Valentine products for a non-Valentine's layout. So this is a photo of friends getting married in June. It went really well because of his vest. Challenged myself to do that. And then the back is a Dear Lizzie layout, which I love. This is definitely a Chamel technique here, where you kind of do a waterfall of stickers and embellishments. And over here is me trying to use up products that are not necessarily for scrapbooking, but maybe a scrapbooker on a budget would get. So here we have some Target dollar spot stickers right here, sprinkled. Then these papers are from Joann's. They're very, very thin. They're from Paige Evans, and I fussy cut that. This bow I think I made, and that's just yarn from the Dollar Tree, and that is Paige Evans right there. And then I created my own background using $5 watercolors, and then I just splattered some like pearl Heidi Swap shine. I don't know if y'all could see see that right there. This was inspired by something I saw on Pinterest to use this paper. This part right here though is inspired by Sue's fish with all the layering going on here and the paper bag. And I think I have my journaling in there. This is confetti by crepe paper, but a lot of carousel. I think I made that bow for sure. This right here is inspired by Elsie. And what I got for my birthday, turned 25. I was on a Rudy's kick where I wanted to go to Rudy's for my birthday for like 3 years, 4 years in a row. Over here's the fall, which I got back to work in, and I spent a lot of time at work. And so there was not a lot of photos for the month. As you can see here, it looks like there's one photo per month, except for this one, which is our Thanksgiving setting, and then a photo of our fall decor in our apartment. I kind of like it though. I love the ongoing month. This is Simple Stories. In the back is Christmas and New Year's Eve. Just using my Christmas stash. This is not really a one collection. Over here, we had this 6x12 pocket insert for 2014 to break it up. Snowstorm. So everybody came to our apartment to cook because I guess they didn't have electricity. This was Spirit Week at our school, which we're kind of brave because we live in Oklahoma, right? OU, OSU, and we're wearing Texas Longhorn jerseys, which the headmaster was, I'll allow it because you're participating in Spirit Week and that's the only reason why. So we got away with wearing Texas Longhorn jerseys in Oklahoma. This looks familiar. I want to say it's crepe paper, Notes and Things. That's old. In the back is a Valentine's. I kind of made this up. This isn't using a particular collection. Like these cards are not from the same. This is not from the same. This is a scrap piece of paper. These little bits are from crepe paper scraps. So man, this was a tough Valentine's Day. It had nothing to do with my husband or relationship issues, but it had everything to do with work. Something happened at work and I felt awful, and that parent just made me cry real bad. My boss of course knew about it, and then later that night texted me, don't worry about it, it's okay, you know, you did the right thing, it's being handled and stuff. And also my friends, because we did a double date on that, were being so supportive. My husband sent flowers to work, which is not something we do, but he surprised me with that. And then it snowed, and this girl from Texas was not prepared,